Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Pam with Crafty Mom Creations. Today, this video is a little bit different from what I normally post. So this is my edger. It's a blade edger by Echo. And I'm not sure if you guys saw my previous video, but I was edging my lawn with it, and towards the end it just stopped spinning. The blade stopped spinning. So, I was talking to my neighbor, and he suggested that I take it to like a shop where they, fix it. So I thought that's a good idea because it's fairly new. It's less than 2 years old. I barely used it. I went ahead and I took it to a fix-it shop. They said they don't service Echo. They don't have the parts. They gave me information on an Echo store. Anyway, I went to the Echo store. It was a Saturday. They had no mechanic on staff. It was just the owner. It's just to look at it, it's like $60. If I need a part, I gotta pay for the part. I have to wait 3 days. That's till Wednesday, and I have to leave the machine. So I said, you know what? Thank you, but I'm not gonna leave my machine. So then I start to pick his brain and say, what could it be? It's fairly new. This guy, his whole shop is full with this brand of equipment. So he said, there's a possibility that it could be the throttle, it could be the lever, it could be either one. Most likely it is. And I said, where is that located? So he showed it to me, and I said, oh, okay. I'll come back when your mechanic is in on Wednesday. He says, well, why don't you just insist on me leaving it? And I said, no, I'm not going to leave it. I'll be back. Anyway, I was very discouraged. Went home and I thought, what do I do? Well, if anyone of you guys know me, you know already what I was going to do. Now, big disclaimer, guys, get a professional to look at it. All right. If you know a little bit about it, I would say maybe, but I'm just showing you what worked for me and what I normally do in certain situations. I decided to take this on. I figured, again, how hard could it be? And I wanted to know what it was. It's the lever, broken. As you can see here, it's poorly made. First of all, it's plastic. And, this is the part that the wire, I'm sure that's not the name of it, but the wire has to hook into that in order to engage the blade. And that's the part that kind of got ripped off. Anyway, I grabbed some crazy glue and gluing it back together. Yep, crazy glue. Now, I did order the part on Amazon, original manufacturer. It's only $6.99. It'll be here tomorrow. But you know me, I want to see if it works. We're waiting for the glue to dry.
Few moments later.
So here we are. The glue's dried. I want to make sure that there's no gulp or there's no like clumpy part inside the hole. There's the spring. I had to figure out how to put the spring back. Oh, slippery little thing here. So I figured out how to get that in there. So that has to go into that far bottom hole. Now, when I took it apart, I took some pictures because, I don't know what goes where. So that's how I remembered, referred back to the pictures. And once that goes in, you have to slip that other part up, which is the starter. I'll show you that in a second. So you gotta lift that up so that little wedge can get in there. All right. So once you have that put in, there's the starter. You gotta put the starter back, slide that back in there. It goes all the way down. Push it all the way down until it's touching the orange bottom piece like that, like so. Okay, so everything has to be flushed. You notice I'm holding the part with my thumb because I hate that part. It's so hard to hold still. So this, because I have the glue in there, it kind of wasn't flush, so I kind of had to maneuver this without breaking it apart again from the glue. But it had a pretty good hole. So you gotta make sure that's all the way in, carefully. And then now you want to slip it back into where it was before. it's kind of redundant here. So just pull that over, slip that in, and then the starter, make sure the starter is all the way down and tucked in there. Boom. And that's it. The last part right now, which gave me, I think, the most issues, was getting the cord tucked in there. Now, it's supposed to be in there. There's like a groove there where the silver part is. So you got to get that tucked in there, and then it stays in there, and all the way down to the end. Now it just keeps coming out because you have to like make sure it's adjusted to the end. So you have to pull it a little bit to engage it. And that's it. It took me a minute. Once I got a little frustrated, but it's fine. It's not the worst case scenario. Finally got it together. Hold it still. It's probably a 2-man job or 2-woman job, but anyway, I got it straight. Carefully, I put back the other side over it. Make sure it doesn't, nothing slips out of the way. Make sure it's nice and tight. Everything matches up. And once that happened, I grab a clamp real quick, so I'm not letting this bad boy get opened again. Boom. Put the clamp on it, and all I gotta do now is just assemble. Put the screws back in. And here we go. Once you get all the screws in, most importantly, you have to make sure it's tightened, like it's nice and tight, it's not loose, which is this little lever here. So I just kind of undo it, pushed it down, and then retighten it up. So that's what holds the hand rail in place. All right, I want to make sure that's tight, and again, make sure all your screws are tight, not too tight, you know, just tight enough. So, you know, I usually just screw each screw just a little further down and just go around and do it little by little. I don't screw one screw all the way down first try. So, you know, and then I go in and then tighten everything at the end, which is what I'm doing right now. So the lever is working. Just got to go get the Hulk to try it out. Here we go. There you go.